All right, so we got this question from a listener, Alex, and I have to run it by you. Seriously, it sounds like the plot of the wildest disaster movie you could ever imagine. Oh boy. All right, hit me. Okay, so it's about earthquakes, but not just any earthquakes. We're talking cosmic scale.
So Alex wants to know, what would a magnitude 15 earthquake do to New York City? And then he follows it up with, and what about a magnitude 25? 25? That's not even a number I've ever heard in the same sentence as earthquake. I mean, that sounds completely reality-breaking, like world-ending stuff.
Well, get this. Alex is kind of on the right track. A magnitude 25 quake would, in fact, destroy the sun. So, yes, I suppose by extension that would take care of New York City. Wait, what? Hold on. Back up. Destroy the sun? You can't just casually drop that and move on. How is that even a thing? How do you measure that?
Okay, you're right. To even begin to understand these, planet-shattering numbers, we've got to back up. We have to look at how the earthquake scale actually works first. We're getting way ahead of ourselves. All right, fair enough. School me.
All right, so, first things first. Almost everyone calls it the Richter scale, right? That's actually kind of outdated. Today, scientists use what's called the moment magnitude scale. Okay, so is there a big difference? Fundamentally, they both measure the total energy a quake unleashes, but the moment magnitude scale is it's way more accurate, especially when you start talking about the really, really big ones.
Whoa, hold on. So you're telling me it's not a 1 to 10 scale? Because that's what I've always thought, You hear about a magnitude 8 and you think, wow, that is right at the top. That's almost the max. Yeah, that's a super common misconception. Nope, there is no max. And get this, there's no minimum either. It's totally open-ended. The numbers can theoretically get as big or as small as the laws of physics will allow.
No top or bottom? Seriously? My mind is already completely blown. Okay, let's do this. Let's dive into those world-ending numbers now. I'm ready. Show me how bad this can really get. Okay, so let's start with something we've actually seen in our lifetime, a magnitude 9. Believe it or not, we've had 2 of them this century. Right, and those were absolutely devastating.
Okay, but wait, are you serious right now? An earthquake can actually change the length of a day? That sounds like something straight out of a sci-fi movie. It sounds like it, but it is 100% real. Both of those magnitude 9 quakes we've experienced this century, they both measurably altered the length of the day. Now, we're talking about a tiny, tiny fraction of a second, but it was enough to be measured. They literally changed how fast our planet spins.
Wow, okay. That's incredible. Let's keep climbing. What does a magnitude 11 even look like? For that, you'd need, let's just call it, significant geological restructuring. To generate a quake that powerful, you would need a single fault line that rips halfway around the entire planet. Halfway around the world? Are you kidding me? The planet would literally be cracking in half. That's not just an earthquake, that is the literal apocalypse.
And here's the crazy part. We're still not even close to Alex's numbers. So let's jump up to his first big question. Magnitude 15.
Okay, so a magnitude 15 would release enough energy to boil away all the water on Earth. Every last drop. The oceans, lakes, rivers, just poof, gone. Well, I guess if you're looking for a silver lining, at least you wouldn't have to worry about a tsunami, right? An excellent point. Very practical.
Okay, let's keep going. What's bigger? Magnitude 18? Right, a magnitude 18. This is where things get cosmic. It would release enough energy to overcome Earth's gravitational binding energy. Or to put that in terms we can all understand, it's the same amount of energy the Death Star used to blow up Alderaan. No way. Are you telling me the Death Star literally caused a magnitude 18 earthquake on Alderaan? That might be the single greatest and nerdiest fact I have ever heard in my entire life.
Okay, it's time. Let's go to the grand finale, the big one. Back to Alex's original insane question, magnitude 25. It explodes the sun. I have no words. You were not kidding when we started. That is one heck of an earthquake.
All right, so we've spent a lot of time on, cosmic level destruction. But you said there's no bottom to the scale either. So what's on the other end of this thing? Like, is there a magnitude 0? Can you actually have a negative earthquake?
Oh, you absolutely can. For instance, a magnitude -1, that's about the energy of a football player running full speed into a tree. Okay, ouch, I can picture that. What else you got? How about a magnitude -2? That's the energy released by a cat falling off a dresser. Okay, I can confirm my cat causes several of those earthquakes every single day, and they are absolutely terrifying in the middle of the night. Exactly. Now get this, a single feather fluttering to the ground, that registers as a magnitude -7. You've got to be kidding me. And if we go all the way down, a single speck of dust gently settling on a table, that's a magnitude -15 earthquake.
I absolutely love that. So in the span of what, 10 minutes, we've gone from the Death Star blowing up planets, all the way down to a single speck of dust landing on a table. It really puts the whole concept of energy release into a wild new perspective, doesn't it?
It really does. It leaves us with this final kind of reassuring thought from the source material we were looking at, which is sometimes it's nice not to destroy the world for a change. And that is a perfect way to end it.